Did? Good evening and welcome. Muting myself once again. I'm Sheila Balgobin and I am the Dream Decipherer, and I help you to crack the code of your sleep and dreams so you can sleep sound and dream deep. This evening, we're going to take a little closer look at how things were arranged in your space, your sleeping space, can make a difference. So, if you've been trying, making all kinds of efforts to develop good sleep habits and patterns, but you're still having trouble getting to sleep, it be that it's not the other things that you've been doing that are not working, but you need a little bit of extra help, and that help may come from your tweaking your decorating skills. So we're going to talk about Feng Shui. Feng, which means wind, and Shui, which means water. And in Chinese culture, wind and water are associated with good health and good luck. So good Feng Shui means good fortune, while bad Feng Shui means bad luck or some kind of misfortune. This art was developed some 3,000 years or more ago, and it's a practice that seeks to balance the space, the energy of a space, so to ensure good health and good fortune for the people who inhabit that space. In the case of a bedroom, feng shui is to ensure or encourage restful and refreshing sleep. So I thought it would be a good idea to look at what things you can do, simple things that you can do to improve the energy flow in your sleeping space in your bedroom, so that it's most conducive to having a good night's sleep. Some of the things I'll mention, I've mentioned in past lives, like my first point is relaxing colors. According to Feng Shui, warm colors reminiscent of skin tones such as cream, peach, beige, yellow, coral, tan, or cocoa are good for bedroom walls because they're thought to be more soothing. Lighter colors such as blues, greens, and lavenders or violet are considered restful for sleep, but too many colors can actually interfere with relaxation and may even send people into a lethargic kind of state. So, what's suggested here is that there's a 50-50 balance between the warm skin tone colors with cooler blues, greens, and lavenders. The other thing that is important is to really follow the rule. Everything has a place, and everything in its place. They're starting with your bed. Your bed should be in what is called the commanding position, and it sounds really complicated, but it's not. All that means is that your bed should be against a sturdy wall, and that it should not have any walls on either side of it. So it just should have the night tables on either side for balance. But if at all possible, if it is possible, do not have it against a wall, have it free space around it. Um, their mirrors shouldn't be facing your bed directly. Having them having mirrors facing you while you're sleeping depletes your energy. I mean, think of the think of the story of the portrait of Dorian Gray. The portrait was taking on all of the ugliness and aging that the Dorian Gray wasn't. So it's this mirror, in essence, is stealing a bit of your energy. So at exactly the time that you're trying to restore energy. So it's not a good idea to have mirrors facing the bed, or if that's not possible because of the configuration of your bedroom, maybe throw a light drape or something over it to break that energy flow. Now, this one is going to sound a bit weird, but don't align your bed directly with any doors. In traditional feng shui, that position is reminiscent of a coffin being carried away feet first. So you don't particularly want to have your bed actually in line with the door. It's like you're inviting yourself to be carried off. This is a biggie. Clear the clutter. Clear the clutter. It may be super convenient to shove stuff under your bed, but it's also blocking energy flow in your room. So if you haven't used it in a year, it's probably a good idea to recycle it. Donate it somewhere. Um, give it away, throw it out if it's of no use, but clear out the excess clutter in the space. um, Whatever clutter that is, whether it's papers, your laptop, this, that, or the other, it's good to get rid of the clutter because it all of that just holds and traps energy rather than letting it flow freely. There's also fresh air, and making sure natural light enters the space during the day. Even though you may not be in that space during the day, you need that energy flow, that the freshening of the air, and just the circulation of the energy in general. Just as a note, to clear the energy, particularly if after maybe some strong words or something like that, you can use about 4 to 6 drops in a burner of juniper oil, which will clear the space of any heavy energy. The next thing I'm going to tell you, I can hear people screaming already, and that's electronics. Ditch the Wi-Fi. Sleep experts as well as feng shui experts agree that electronic devices in the bedroom can just drain your energy away. Think of your Wi-Fi as recharging using you as the battery. So it's in terms of feng shui, the energy adds fire energy into the room, which will make it more difficult to sleep. So if you're doing whether you're catching up on work, you have to talk to your grandmother, or you have to um, you know take care of other things, watch a movie on Netflix, do it in another room. Do not do it in the bedroom, and leave the Wi-Fi out of the bedroom. Now, the final thing that is suggested is that bring a bit of the outdoors indoors with you. Having nature around instills a sense of tranquility. Think of how peaceful you feel when walking in the woods somewhere, or in a field, or by the ocean. Just that feeling of being absorbing the energy of nature itself is very healing. So what simple things you can do is, if you find smooth stones, or you can buy dressed stones that are smooth, and put it in a small container on your nightstand. A small plant, a potted plant, a photo of a soothing landscape on the wall somewhere can also have a similar effect. So there's simple things that you can do. One is to clear the clutter, get things out of the way so that energy can flow, especially if you've got stuff crammed under your bed. Take the electronics out of your space, and bring a bit of the natural world into your inner space from outside. There you have it. Thanks so much for watching and listening. We in the coming weeks we'll be having a look at children and infants and sleep. It's a couple of episodes on that. We'll be looking at um, other interesting issues that people have indicated that they wanted to know more about. And you'll be hearing about that in the days to come. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great evening and start to the week. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.